are now approaching the city of Bombay, the gateway to India. And the first view that comes to our attention is the gate itself, an admirable illustration of Great Britain's constructive influence. Bombay is the second largest city of India and one of the chief seaports of the Orient. It has a mixed population of over 1 million people, representing practically every race and creed in the world.
The island city of Mumbai, previously known as Bombay, Bombaya, Mumbai, is situated on the western Indian coast of the Arabian Sea. It was a group of 7 islands with fishing villages until the 16th century and was transformed majorly under the British rule, when it was transferred to them from the Portuguese as a gift in 1661. The East India Company acquired it from the British King Charles II in the year 1668, and thus it became an outright possession of the company, who was by far here only for trade and friendly relations. And we all know what happened next in the 285 years the Britishers occupied India. Well, leaving that aside, let's focus on Bombay. So Bombay was acquired by the British in order to escape trade supervision by Mughals on them in Surat. And the plan was to develop it as a harbour and shipbuilding centre. So in order to protect this mass of land acquired, the British started fortifying it, and the first large-scale infrastructure that developed on these 7 islands was the Bombay Fort in 1715. Lauji Wadia, a shipbuilder of Surat, was invited in 1735, and between 1736 to 1800, he built and launched 114 vessels of different types in Bombay. By the end of the 18th century, the islands were joined by major causeways and Bombay was a thriving port city. Population was pouring in from many parts of India to find employment in ports, transportation systems and postal services at Bombay. People of different communities settled in pockets of land outside the fort. While the fort area was called the White Town, these outside settlements were called the Black or the Native Town. The middle classes settled in Girgaon area, wedged between the Malabar Hill and the docks. The French writer Louis Rousselet once wrote, Girgaon, the Breda Street of Bombay, is a vast wood of coconut trees which extends from the bazaars to Chowpatty at the head of Backway. In the midst of this picturesque forest are innumerable huts, half concealed by a rich tropical vegetation. While this picture soon changed, today it's beyond recognizable. Girgaon owes a lot of its heritage to one man, Jagannath Shankar Sheth, the legendary businessman and philanthropist. In 1845, along with Sir Jamsetji Jijiboy, he launched the Indian Railway Association, and thus the first train took off from Bombay to Thana. Today, Girgaon Road is named after him. The first girls' school in 1849 and the Marathi Granth Sangrahalaya in 1898 were inaugurated by Jagannath Shankar Sheth and are located in Girgaon. The start of the public celebration of Ganesh festival in 1893 by Gangadhar Tirak at the Keshavji Naik Sar that began as a political statement in Girgaon is hardly surprising. Girgaon was the birthplace of ideas and political ideology. The arts flourished as a natural progression. Girgaon housed the photography studios of Bhaudaji Lad and Raja Deen Dayal. Early Sangeet Nataks took place in these private residences at all the wadis. The playwright K.P. Khadilkar, the arterial Khadilkar Marg in the heart of Girgaon, is named after him. As the independence movement gained momentum, it garnered the support of Girgaon's residents. Since the independence, the area has got subdued historically, but the culture of the old settlement still prevails, though tarnished by the rapid urbanization that has been taking place. Development and demolition of the old chawls has been on the rise to new infrastructure as the city ushers into the future. Aspiration and migration has led to the area having slowly losing its charm, though during festivals the charm returns back. This was the journey of Girgaon from a small pasture land, natural settlement, to an integral part of a metropolis.
But now our journey is coming to an end. We will take one last look at Bombay before we draw our visit to a close. To the observing tourist, this view is more than just a picture. It is Bombay, the gateway to India. Through it flows the commerce of an empire. great commercial houses, stately public buildings, and educational institutions flank its broad thoroughfares. Railways converge here from every state in India, and steamship routes diverge to the ends of the earth. Such has been the first constructive imprint of Western civilization upon this much talked of and generally misunderstood country. And so our journey ends. We bid farewell to Bombay, the gateway to India.